Here we are this weekend, Barnard, Trojan. Here's the approach to Gorge Creek. That big thing in the middle is the Williamson Massif. Hey, Daniel?
Hey.
So, yes, there's the Owens Valley. There's Manzanar. Woohoo! So this morning, the infamous Gorge Creek, and then on to Barnard and Trojan. Here we are, end of the Gorge Creek Road, and we're gonna bear to the right as we go down into this nasty Gorge Creek thing. And it immediately gets bad, and there's old George. Good morning, George. Okay, we've stayed on the north side of the creek, and this is the first crossing. There have been a couple of places where it looks like people have gone across before, but it's been a pretty nice little easygoing use trail so far on the north side. This is the first. Anyway. So here's the second crossing. There's been some nice use trail on the south side. Big old rock here. But the use trail kind of poops out. And we're gonna do another little crossing here. Oh, maybe we're not gonna cross here. Okay, sorry. No crossing, although other people have, but anyway, ever onward. Okay, so we moved along that cliff face instead of crossing, and now we're gonna do some straight up and some rocks here. So, still on the south side, walking along another cliff here on the left. It's been a pretty easy use trail, and yeah. So there's a waterfall up there, and here's our second crossing to the north. Across this log. Water level is pretty low. Where's that waterfall? It's up there. Anyway, woohoo!
It's like a syrup movie.
No, it's called wild fruit.
Yeah.
There's that waterfall. So about 100 feet up from the waterfall, we're gonna cross to the south side of the creek here. Nice little crossing. Oh yeah. So after the creek traverse on the logs, here's some classic Gorge Creek terrain. So here we are at this gorge, this slot, and we're still on the south side, and hasn't been too bad. There's a use trail most of the way. A little bit of bushwhacking. Just don't fall. I know it'll look good, but we don't want you to do that.
I would actually help you down.
That is one long log.
How many guys do you have a lot?
Nasty George Creek. You want to stay out of that stuff as much as possible.
I could have brought
That's where we came from. Here's the notch. And here's us trying to stay alive. So it opens up quite a bit after the narrows here. Looks like a nice little relief here. We're about a mile in. So even though it's a little more open, we're still on the south side and it's got plenty of brush. Good old George Creek. So we were up above the creek by about 100 feet on the side of the hill on the south, and then we hit the pines at about what, 12:30, and we're in here. We traversed a bit. Now we're going to cross the creek right in here. Okay, we crossed the creek and now we're heading north, and we gotta get over this gray ridge here, this intermediate ridge that's right underneath this cliff that's right in front of us. And yeah, so we're switchbacking up this hill. Pretty dry and hot, but the scenery is starting to get absolutely gorgeous. There's old gorgeous George Creek, and here's where we're going, right up there. So we're up on the ridge, going west again, and the big bunch of trees, the dark ones, right in the middle, is where we're going to camp. And we're thinking that's somewhere around, let's see, what was the altitude up there where we're going to camp? 9,400?
95, yeah.
95, 9,400, 500 feet. Okay, now here's the reason why you want to camp at 9,500, 9,400. If you're under 10,000, woohoo, this is totally legal. We'll see how long that's still the case, but tonight, yes. Wonderful mountains. Hello, mountains. Here we are again, getting cozy. There's Michael collecting wood, getting ready for a party. Hogging a 2-person tent, 1 person, who can it be? It's the new Big Agnes Copper Spur UL2. Nice. 2 doorways. Oh, someone's got a messy room. But here's the bathroom. Woohoo! Alright. Another beautiful 1-person tent, seat house. Big Agnes seat house. SL1 maybe?
Something like that.
Michael's got it all to himself. All right. So good. Check it out. A tarp tent. This is fine. Ultralight. This is why that pack didn't weigh anything. Woohoo! Yeah. Oh. Just don't jump up in the middle of the night. And the REI quarter dome. Nice little tent, sideways entry, sweet.